Okay, welcome back to Asakusa of a Rogue Hero anime review part 3. This one reviewing the last 4 episodes have aired so far for the series. This one comes from book 3. Yep, picking up where the last episode left off, episode 8, we have Akatsuki versus Phil. Yes, his name is Phil. And he was behind causing the damaging of the dome that they're supposed to be under. And they fight for a couple episodes. Well, basically, first you have Katsuki chasing after Mao, who's basically being chased by Phil, and he basically tells the VP and the other two members of the council, not the president, he's not there, tells him, okay, you need to do a few things. First, I need you, the VP, take these two to the ICU, and you two gather up everybody, basically, and get away from the battlefield, and prepare a strategy. Which the VP actually agrees with. Yeah, that's a pretty good strategy. And she says he's reliable. Yep. So, and she basically agrees with it, so they go off and do whatever. Well, he goes chase after Mao. He does meet up with Phil, gets into a pretty big battle with him, and sort of in a way beats him. It only takes starts at the end of episode 9, and basically it ends his first round at the end of halfway through episode 10. And the thing is, it looked like at one point that Phil was going to, because he got on top of Mao, it looked like he was going to rape her. Yes, the anime was suggesting he was going to rape her. And yes, this is the character voiced by Todd Heppercorn. Yeah, this sleazy guy is a hero. And it's pointed out, though, by Katsuki in the final episode, and of course Mao, I think it was Mao pointed out, you're just a thug with a sword. That's what you are, a thug with a freaking sword. And the fact that, oh yeah, and here's the thing. Akatsuki points out, though, the reason why he's doing all this is out of jealousy. Oh, and it's revealed that he actually destroyed his friend's tomb. Yes, he destroyed the tomb. Because he wanted to. And the thing is, he confesses to Akatsuki. Akatsuki is reasonably upset by this. You destroy a man's grave? How stupid do you think you are? Yeah. And after he beats him, he chases down Mao. Of course, he was telling Mao basically, you don't belong here. You need to be brought to home so we can execute you. And she, of course, tries to commit suicide. Of course, Akatsuki saves her. And, of course, right after he rescues her, he saves her, and then he basically tells her, your place is with me, not a physical place. And then so he stuck on this, and he basically kisses her. Yes, he kisses her. Halfway through episode 10. This is something interesting though. This is the third series I've watched where it's nothing of a light novel, and the main character is basically making out with the female lead of the series. Now, the first two times that I saw this happened at the final episode of the first season. This happened halfway through episode 10, which, kudos to the fact this is actually quite different. And he tries to get up and go interrogate the mercenary, but collapses due to the fact he was poisoned due to a slice in the neck. And then, of course, Mao basically takes time to get poison out of him, which he does appreciate that. And he did find most of it, get some of it out, majority of it out of the system. And of course, then he decides to come out of nowhere, huh. And of course, he basically has respect for the fact that the man's got balls. And then all of a sudden, basically, he decides to summon a freaking dragon. Yes, he does this halfway through partway into episode 11. Yes, summons a freaking dragon. Apparently, he made a contract with this damn thing. Why? Because he wanted to. That's why. He just doesn't really give a specific reason. The VP herself sees this dragon, and of course, she and the student council, basically the secretary and I think the treasurer, I don't remember this guy's name, go out basically to confront the dragon. And of course, Mao basically wants to be a decoy for Akatsuki while he heals up. So he has the dragon. She has the dragon chase her across the frickin' city. And of course, her friends, look up, they're recovering. In the case of Domino, basically she's perfectly fine. Chaozu basically is just got a head wound, but she's perfectly fine. She takes it off later. And of course she tells you, yeah, I'm gonna go after them. Like I'm gonna get the doctor because he's you awake. And of course she go chase after. Lucky enough she decided to follow him, get out of the bed, and she apparently decided to. It kind of looked like though the way looking from the way looking at the anime, it kind of looked like she was actually topless, but nope, not really. And then of course she gets knocked out again. She gets knocked out twice over the course of these episodes. Yep, lucky enough that Mao and of course Mao said bye time, and then of course the big motorcycle shows up. Yeah, this thing decides to come. It's basically his noble steed now, and of course I will get to more about this little in a bit when I talk about episode 12. And he's able to basically beat the dragon after Katsuki fully recovers and has pretty much like about I'd say I think it was like four, actually 3 plus basically 6 people were distracting the dragon long enough for Katsuki to show up, basically, and try to take out the freaking dragon. At one point, the dragon tries to poison his sword. It's like, nah. But also, one of his wristbands get damaged, so Mao and the VP give him their wristbands, and he simply brings his sword out, hacks it about a bunch of times, like a character from an RPG game, and eventually the guy is like wounded but not fully killed because he actually was when he was slicing, he actually a little bit of energy inside of him. Eventually he just jumps up and slices right through the freaking dragon and blowing up. Yep. And then Mao and him just hug. Not make out, hug. And yeah, everything's hunky dory. And of course this is relayed to the sort of these secret council. Now, who these people are, the anime never reveals who the heck these people are, except maybe like 2 of them. Like the president of the student council, he's on this group, but who the rest of the people are is never revealed. As a matter of fact, their faces are never shown. We're always shown these characters in silhouette. And meanwhile, back in the other world, apparently that the 2 demon tribes basically start fighting each other, and then eventually, like, oh crap, it's even got worse than that. Some of the demons actually have crossed the frickin' border and about to start a frickin' war. By the way, the hero's boss is chastised for his stupid nonsense over what he said about Akatsuki. And of course, Litzy has still has feelings for him. Yeah, she has feelings for him. She's had feelings for him since the start of the series. Yeah, it's revealed later exactly why he couldn't start a relationship with her. That's something for later, when I can talk about the light novels of the series. Though, I'll be able to review some of them. Not all of them per se. The only ones I can't review are basically 6 and 10, due to the fact there's no translations for them online for some strange reason. I have no idea why. Yep. And pretty much, like, she basically cries out, and this, of course, after that, of course, Akatsuki's, like, lying down, and, of course, apparently Mao is able to ride on the motorcycle with probably because Akatsuki's there, and because the motorcycle probably likes her too, so, and they kind of become a couple. And then, of course, he kind of gets the detection, basically, of Litzy calling out for him. So, basically, he calls Chaozu and Domino basically back to his house. And kind of Mao tries to explain everything. And, of course, then he starts groping her. He gets punched, asks to leave, he gets out of the room. And, of course, he gets a message like, I'm going back there. Mao starts to go with him. And Chaozu and Domino basically says, we're going to. And, of course, the BP shows up at his house just so she can give him a bracelet. And lucky enough, Kaoru basically is there too. Just because apparently he's been spying her for like a whole freaking hour. And then all of a sudden they notice the portal's opening up. And these 2 decide to tag along, going to Aesthetica, or I think it's someone else playing in this place. Yep. And that's where the season ends. Yep. Them going off to the other world. And, well, then basically decide what they're going to do next. Yep. And that's where the series ends. This aired roughly almost 8 years ago. And I'm thinking, though, why wasn't another season made for the series? This is a great series. Why wasn't made any more? I mean, yeah, the ending did open up some possibilities. You could do another season if you wanted to. You could have waited about 2 years to do another season, but no. The studio who made the series is... Let's see. This series is made by... ARMS. Yes, that's the name of the company of this series. ARMS. Yeah, why the world couldn't just make another one, I have no idea. the most strangest thing. The fact that they couldn't make any more. Yeah, and apparently the last known series they made aired about 4 years ago. I've watched it. It's a odd series to get into it. Yeah, so I think they've done some OVAs, but nothing much else. Yeah, TV since 2015. Yep, none since 2015. They've released a couple things since, and they've released one OVA series, and that's it. That's all the studio has done since, well, since of course they actually finished airing this series. This is one of the last series they produced. Why they haven't produced any more, I have no idea. Yeah. Well, looks like who we said for book 4 for the series, which I'm going to read that probably in the near future, and I'll probably do a review for it, part of the series of specials. Now, there's still one more anime review I want to do for this particular review series, and a review on the 7 specials. Well, I'm hoping to get all of them done. It looks like maybe about the first 3 were dubbed. I'm not sure about the rest. Okay? But until you see our next review, which will be Blue Exorcist. Yep. So you see you there. Bye.